You're now tuned into the Detail Did It podcast. Come catch a favor.
God damn, boy, what's that? Some kind of weave or something?
I got my crew in here with me tonight. We both trying up. I got Zay in the building. I got Sydney in the building. You know what I'm saying? You know, South Crown. We down here, downtown San Antonio, best barbershop in the city, if you ask me.
For sure.
Right here, South Crown, 1010 through the fade. If you need microblades, whatever you need, we got you covered over here. But tonight, we're gonna have an interesting episode, man. We're gonna jump right into it. You know, we're gonna waste your time out there tonight, because I know y'all got things to do. Everybody gearing up for power and all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? But before we get into that, we wanna touch on some hot topics tonight. But first, I want to give a shout out to our sponsor, which is South Crown Barbershop. Right again, right here at 1010 South Florida, San Antonio, Texas, 78204. Come holler at us. But before we get started, I want to talk about how my day started today, man. So it's 5 o'clock. I had a good morning. I got up early on time. Wifey got up with me this morning. You know, made me a little shake. You know what I'm saying? Had a brother ready for the day. I get in the car. I get to work early and on time. You know what I mean? And hold up before we get to you see, don't watch out. Hold up. Give me a second.
Let's face it.
We got one call for the call.
This is a podcast. We do what we want to do.
Oh, yeah, let's face it.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, it's clear.
Nah, it's a little ticking sound I have to tick out. But yeah, back to my fiasco this morning. So I go out, you know, I lock up the car. My client show up. Mm-hmm. You know, he lives around the corner. Reoccurring client showed up 5 o'clock, waiting on me. I come inside. I drape him up. And something just like, you know, let me get one more square, let me get one more cigarette before I cut his hair. So I just so happen to step right back outside. I look to the left, and my car is illuminating from the inside. Yeah, illuminating. It's lit up inside, right?
Okay.
But the light is not coming from the top down. The light is coming from the bottom up.
Have you seen this before in your car?
Never. So my curiosity, like, what is that? Maybe I left the light on, maybe, you know. So I just start to walk towards my car. And as I get closer and closer, I notice there's a motherfucking flame of fire in my damn car.
Wow. That was an illumination, nigga. That was a fire. Nigga.
So I run for my car. Yes, my car is on
You
fire.
about to tell me you left your phone in the car.
My car is on fire on the inside right now.
Wow.
So I run to my car, I'll open the door. The fire is right there in the middle console, right? I'm like, how the fuck is there a fire in my car? It's a baby fire. It's about maybe
No, fire is
7.
No baby fire.
No, hey, but listen, if I wouldn't have seen it when I seen it, I would have been wondering why the fire department was pulling up on South Florida this morning.
Already.
So what happened was I have a torch lighter, right?
Okay.
So I guess when I got out the car, the torch lighter must have been in my console, and when I closed it, it must have pressed the button. So, because when I get to my car and I'm looking, I see my lighter in the car just flaming my shit, just like ongoing.
Oh shit.
So yeah, so right now I have some burnt shit in the middle of my car, and it's been fucking with me out there.
Wow.
Damn.
Every time I look at this torch,
Is it fucked up?
it's fucked up enough. Listen, it's not that bad when I think about if I had not walked back outside.
Already.
If I had not walked back outside, bro,
your seats and shit.
everything would have been on fire. I can replace the console, you know what I'm saying? But it's just ugly right now, and it's just so, you know. But you know, what was a brother most scared of though? After that, what was I scared of next?
Oh shit.
Telling the wife.
Yeah, you know.
I'm like, God damn.
She gonna ride with me
So,
soon. Yeah.
man, I must have started about 3 hours before I finally hit her with the text, like, hey,
I had a little accident.
had a little accident.
Small accident.
And you know she's not just gonna be like, oh, it's all right. I'm glad you're okay.
For sure.
Nah. That was her perfect moment. To give me maybe you shouldn't be smoking speech. You know what I'm saying?
In your car.
And I had to eat it. I was like, So anyway, plus I'm supposed to give her the car, so it's not looking like that's gonna happen.
No, that's your shit.
Nah, that's stuck with that shit.
No, sorry, bro.
All right, so I got that. That's how my day started.
At least you got
Here on the Detail Did It podcast, I want to focus on education and just being smart, being forward thinking. And so I wanted to start doing a word of the day, right?
Word.
Like today's word, like vocabulary word. So we should always be learning. I think people graduate from high school or college, and then they just think that they should stop learning. Like learning is over, and I think learning is an ongoing thing that you do till you die. Exactly. And I actually think, speaking of dying, like when you're learning and you're constantly learning, that's keeping you alive. It's when you think you know it and you think there's nothing else to be learned. That's the moment you start dying. Anyway, so the word of today is parochial,
Meaning.
meaning having a limited or narrow outlook or scope on something.
I never want to be that. Yeah. Somebody call me that shit in the street, we gonna fight. Straight up. What? What? Spell that shit out, nigga.
All right, so I don't want to spend too much time on that, but yeah, parochial, that's the word of the day. And the book of the day, a book that I'm reading right now that I want to highlight is called Living with the Monks, and it's by Jesse Essler. And it's just really good. This guy, he takes 15 days and goes and live with monks. And what he thinks he's going to learn, he doesn't learn. And what he gets at the end is really dope. And I'm in the middle of the book, so I can't really tell you about it right now. But so far, so good. And I've already, if you've seen some of my posts on Facebook, it's already affecting me because I'm posting things and I'm learning about it. So, but yes, reading is imperative. Always, if you don't like to read, do like me. Get audiobooks and listen to that shit. Audiobooks is the truth. Let me tell you something. We live in a fast world right now, and I don't know about y'all, I don't really have time to sit down and read a book. And because when I do sit down somewhere, I'm going to sleep because I'm on a hustle. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired. We're some real men out here.
Yeah, sure.
So, but when I'm on my grind, when I'm on my way to work, when I'm cutting hair, when I'm working out, I can listen to this word. And then, the word is like music. Like, you listen to a song. Me, I'm the type I like to listen to a song till I know it, and it's part of me. So I feel like I get the same situation with audiobooks. I listen to a book 3-4 times until it's part of me. You know what I mean? Until I'm quoting it before it quotes. You know what I mean? So yeah, if you're not on audiobooks, man, get with it. It's a great way to get knowledge and information. And it's just at the click of your finger. Make sure your smartphone you're using it to be smart.
My brother told me something that was some real game. He was like sometimes, when you with the audio book thing, he was like, sometimes it's subconscious. So even when you before you go to sleep, listen to that audio book because you might not be there, you might be asleep. Your body is asleep, but
Your mind going, yeah.
Your mind is there. For sure.
I'm so glad you see. You know, I like to go deep with shit, but Cooley, I'm so glad you said that, man. And to highlight that, it's important because, like I said, even though you sleeping, even though you may not be paying attention subconsciously, your subconscious is taking in all that shit. All that shit is feeding your spirit. And it's important. Like when I go to sleep at night, I make sure I'm listening. Either I don't have nothing but the fan on, or I got affirmations. If you go on YouTube, you can listen to affirmations that'll run 10 hours. Positive things that you, because your mind never cuts off. You go to sleep, your body goes to sleep because it has to rest, but your mind is always on and it's always receiving. So you wonder why, it's a lot of people, I'd be surprised to see the statistics on the effects of people that have road rage in the morning who went to sleep watching fucked up ass movies all night.
Right.
You went to sleep watching The Exorcist.
Yeah.
That was so your spirit, your spirit was just
up.
you sleep, you waking up what the fuck's wrong? You know what I mean? You road rage and you don't even know why. You had a good day today before you. What's wrong with me?
And when we were young,
that's what's going on.
My boy James Conley's dad used to play jazz and smooth R&B and gospel when we went to sleep. And we were kids and we didn't know why he did it. But that's why.
Yeah, he was feeding your spirit.
Right. It was on some other level shit. Right?
Yeah, that's important. And that's why you got to you got to be conscious of what you feed your spirit, even during the course of your day. Be mindful of what you listen to and what you hear. If I walk up on a conversation, I just hear a word that I'm going over here. You know what I'm saying? You have to block your mind. You gotta block your energy because you let shit in, that shit will affect you. Somebody come with negative energy, you'll watch how it'll go from them, jump onto somebody else. And then from them to them, man. So it's you gotta be mindful of what you, even with me, bro, in life, as I go through life, and I'm driving down the highway and I see a crazy ass accident. and I'll be like, damn, why am I experiencing seeing this shit? Like, and then I'll think about it, like, what have I been doing? And then I'll be like, yeah, you just watched the whole marathon of what's the show? There's 4 of those like 8 of them. The white dude died, Fast and Furious. You know, you've been watching Fast and Furious marathon. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You went to sleep, woke up to the shit, and like, that's what it. But you got to be honest, for real. Like, what you bring into your spirit, you're like, the universe will like reflect that in your life. You know what
Even
I'm
if you
saying?
speak it into existence.
Yeah, no, I'm just serious.
Yeah, for sure.
So that is important. So
Sure.
let's stay on point. You know, we'll go off on
sure.
tangent, but yeah,
Sure.
definitely reading is fundamental, man. And like I said, here on the Detail Did It Show, where rhythm is life and life is rhythm, we like to keep it flowing on some real positive, uplifting, fun shit. So if you're tuning in right now, I appreciate it. Let's be on this platform, and I don't want to waste y'all time. But tonight I never name a podcast. I wait until after it, and then we're like, what should we call it?
Oh, no,
But the name of this podcast is Murder Was the Case. And I'm saying that because it's a lot of senseless killing, a lot of murders. Our babies are fucking being slain in the street.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm tired of it just being another fucking post.
No, yeah.
Like, we have to stop and look at this shit, because like, even as we were going over the show, and I was telling Lizzie, shout out to Lizzie, she's the floor manager in production, go get her on the show, and she's like the one making this shit happen, helping me make this shit, ride off into the sunset. But as we were like getting ready for the show, I'm like, yo, we gotta make sure we get the names right. And so we're finding the names and making sure we got the ages and shit, and I'm just like, she named one name, and I'm naming what happened to him. She's like, nah, that's not the one. This happened to that one. I'm just like, damn, like I can't even keep up with the names and like the incidents that happened.
That shouldn't even be a conversation, but y'all have to keep up with the names.
Man, it's just like,
Yeah, you get numb to this
they
shit.
young, man. You know what I'm saying? So let's start with the young man who had aspirations of being a police officer. The case of mistaken identity.
Okay.
These young kids ran up on this boy and slain him, and like,
No, they weren't young kids. It was grown Dominican men, like they're like 19 to 20 something. So they should
they
know
still
better.
kids to me though.
No, but
They still
18
kids,
to 21, there's levels to this shit.
You
No,
right.
Kids are
You
15.
right.
I got kids. We got kids.
You right.
No,
But
they
he's
had,
40. Them kids to me.
but still, they not kids though. If they going to jail for life because they're not kids. Right. Okay,
Yeah,
go ahead.
but that's another.
I know.
That's a whole
Okay.
other issue.
All right, I'm just saying.
However, okay, so touche. Kids, older kids killing younger kids.
Right.
Point remains, they brutally killed this
Oh,
kid.
ugly.
Publicly. They snatched him out of the store. The bodega closed up the doors after they got snatched up.
Yeah, I see.
Nobody called the police. We live in a time where people will rather catch use their smartphone
Yeah, not no
To
flip. We
record
started
this
flipping
shit
that Nino Brown.
and watch you
Yeah,
die.
they got
They
smartphones.
call 911.
Right.
Yeah. GPS alerts, North Star, OnStar.
Is that where we at?
Yeah. But I'm gonna be real. Like I told my wife, in neighborhoods of different ethnic groups, they're not gonna invite white people in or cops in because they don't come anyway. They have their own code of ethics. Bodega means it was in the Dominican public area. It wasn't like on at Walmart. You know what I'm saying?
So what you saying,
these
though,
people- I'm just saying these people have their own code of ethics. So it's fucked up because the store owner is looking at it like, if I do call the cops on these people, they'll come retaliate on my store. Is it worth my store being burnt down or gangsterized or
Okay,
whatever?
so-
I'm not making an excuse. I'm just saying the neighborhood
Yeah, I
like
know.
this is different than
I'm
just
not-
normal
I-
Selma and North Side, East Side, or whatever.
I can't
we stay at.
accept that.
It's not Texas.
I
I'm just
get
saying they
it.
have like a.
I get it, Jack. I get it. I've been in New York. I've been
I
in,
know, I'm
I've
just
been in the
saying, like,
boroughs. I
they-
know how I get. You know what I'm saying? We got family. out
Dude
there.
had to run to the hospital because they even said it's faster to walk or run versus somebody come pick you up.
Jack,
That's what we're living at.
This
That's what I'm saying, that's
community
what we're
is the
living at.
reason why this bodega is even open.
Yeah,
This community
for sure.
spend their dollars every fucking day in this bodega. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm not saying it's right. I'm
look at
saying
the
only
backlash. Have you seen the
bad
backlash? Now they
Yeah.
want the bodega closed. So like,
Yeah.
either way it goes, you got
state-
shut down.
The state is going to hold the store responsible.
They need to hold them responsible and the girl that pointed him out. Where's she at?
Well,
I can't speak on it.
I can't speak out. Yeah, the story is They got mad at this dude for having sex with one of their female family members. Either he filmed it without her knowing or with her knowing, but it was consensual. It was a situation where he made one of their family members like a hoe, put her out there, showed his homies, laughing stock. So that's something you kind of just beat up somebody for. Like if you got to do something, you jump his ass. Dude put out machetes, 5 guys shaking him with knives. He's fucking horrible. But yeah, it's a situation where the store should have been in a situation.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah.
And you don't want to see it, dog. Yeah, Kim get slashed with a machete. But boy, you run up on him with knives, like real gangster style.
Yeah.
But the fucked up shit is he looks like the guy that she had sex with, but it wasn't him. That's the fucked up.
Just like
we're talking about straight hair and curly hair, but young Dominican kid. I mean, he's a ethnic kid. It was the wrong kid. So that's what the slap in the face is. And these dudes don't have remorse. You know what I'm saying? They gangsters. That's what I'm saying. The store was probably scared. I'm not saying it was right.
Man, fuck that. Because listen, like at the end of the day, bro, somebody got to take a stand. Like somebody, like lock the door. Like you can make an anonymous call. You don't have to say, hey, this is the bodega calling. You can be like, hey, this is an anonymous call. Listen, it's going down over here.
Agree.
You know what I'm saying? Like you could have did something. Nobody did a motherfucking thing. Like and like even okay, fuck the bodega. The community, the whole community itself. You niggas is responsible for that.
People was upstairs. They had an upstairs view.
Yo, that's the view I saw.
So that's from your apartment above the store. You know what I'm saying?
So, and that's senseless, man. And so,
but them dudes were gangsters, dog. And I'm telling you, they
weren't gangsters when they got caught.
No, I'm being crying.
Them boys is crying. But nobody no gangster.
I'm talking about to a store owner's point of view. If you coming in there with guns and knives, you don't want that smoke. I'm talking about the store owner. I ain't talking about real life fucking mobsters and gangsters. I'm talking about the store owner was scared as well. If they dragging out this kid, they gonna drag me out too.
Excuses, man.
I hear you. Yeah, everybody got him.
I'm
just saying, everybody got him.
You ain't have to call from the bodega phone. You can call from your cell phone. 911 is going down.
They gonna call 911 deal. They don't trust white cops, man. You ain't been watching.
That's some bullshit, though.
I'm black and American, so people don't trust cops like that, bro. And it should be. I got family members that's cop. It shouldn't be that way. But it is what it is. So if they going through what we going through,
that's no excuse, man. I can see. All right, I would let a nigga make it if maybe they were some grown ass dudes. But these are children.
Man, they were grown, dog.
No, the kid that got killed was a kid.
No, he was 15. I'm talking about the dudes that killed them were grown. They got kids. They've been out here. They've been to jail before. They didn't have an opportunity to graduate high school, go to college. They grown. Fuck them. They should know better. But they was upset.
Man, that shit's some bullshit, bro. And I'm not accepting it.
No, I'm not either.
And then like, this is what I'm talking about right here. Like, nobody called the police for this kid, right?
Yeah, nobody.
But the entire community showed up to his fucking funeral.
Yeah.
Where the fuck was y'all at when this nigga was bleeding out?
A person arose while they're here.
They don't show up. My mother always taught me, baby, give me my roses now I can see him.
Today.
That shit on me, nigga, you just another pitch on the carton. And this kid, and then I guess, okay, again, why I'm emotional behind this shit, because this wasn't a kid that was a troublemaker too.
No,
you know what I'm saying? This wasn't a kid that just like, you had it coming. Like, when it happened, you niggas ain't really, like, nigga, you fuck cats over too. But no, this was a kid that was trying to like, he was in a bad situation. He was in the hood, trying to make his way out. You know what I mean? This kid was trying to be an actual police officer. Like, it takes a special kind of person who's a black or a brown that wants to be a cop. You really want to do that shit. You really in it for another reason. You want to make a difference.
You want to make a difference.
And for him to get slain for no reason.
They said it on the news. It's faster to run to where he was at. It's faster to run or walk before they get an ambulance to you. That's a problem too.
Dog, it's
why is that? Why is that? That's the main problem.
Alright, so the motherfuckers that's filming this shit, they not worried? Like, we gonna know who filmed it too. Oh, so you got time to film this shit, but you couldn't call 911. That's my shit. That's what I'm talking about. Like, man,
they want to be the first one to put it out.
I heard it in 1992.
They're gonna put that shit out there too. World Wide Web, and they are.
I heard it in 1992. Public Enemy. 911 is a joke.
Right.
And that's New York City, then and now. That's half the problem too. Ain't nobody rushing to help these people that are poor black or brown. Ain't nobody rushing. They will do it. They will
Okay,
do
but
it.
that's two separate issues.
I'm just saying,
that's
but that's a
them,
part of it.
and then there's us.
But that's
Okay,
a part of
so
it, though.
the
Once you
us
done
didn't do
something,
their part.
When you done something, man, this the internet just got here. It's fucked up shit that been happening. Once you've been doing the right thing or trying to call 911 and motherfuckers don't come, people get tired of that.
You're right. I mean,
Well, I'm
I
like
didn't
crying
think about
wolf,
that.
you
I
know.
didn't think about that.
There's a situation where they can see a lot of loss, a lot of pain before internet. New York City, we talking about biggest city in the world. Every ethnic group, like, come on, it's been fucked up. But it's fucked up. The kid shouldn't have died.
No, he shouldn't have died, man. He shouldn't have to walk himself to the hospital, none of that shit.
Yeah.
So let's talk about this police officer that shot the kid in the back. This police officer was sworn in hours ago. And then hours from being sworn in,
All right, peep this.
he shoots this kid in the back, whose back, first of
Once
all,
again.
his back.
Once again.
First of all, and the cop didn't even get out the motherfucking
Hold
car.
on.
Excuse my French tonight. You know what I'm saying? But I'm feeling some kind of way. But tonight, I'm a little
Alright.
emotional, bro.
So
Because
this-
that's some whole shit.
It's sad because we still can't follow like simple human rights. Like, can we shoot a kid in the kneecap? Let him not play sports no more. That's enough. I told my ACL, that's enough punishment in the world.
Like, you know how many times?
Like, you ain't gotta shoot nobody in the back, head, neck, chest.
Bro,
Those are
no.
areas that are fatal.
Bro,
Like,
let's
why
just
can't we
back
tase
up.
people? Why can't we beat somebody ass with a nice stick? I promise. No, some of these kids are bad. Some of these kids are gangsters. Some of these people legit. I'm just saying, there's no, no, but I'm saying there's no excuse. There's no excuse to kill somebody.
So you right. If you shoot him,
Pistol whoop me.
No, if you shoot him in the leg, you can shoot him in the thigh.
Can you
I
pistol
don't give
whoop
a
me?
damn what he doing.
That's a life
He's
lesson in
going
itself.
To stop.
I got some
Listen,
gangster ass.
Let's back up.
Pistol whoop
Hold
me.
up.
Don't shoot
Back
me.
up. Hold up. Listen, let's
There's other
back
things you can
up,
do.
bro. Where is the mind state of a man, of a human being,
Shoot from the car.
whose
I don't know.
first
I can't-
instinct is to shoot a man in his back?
That's a drive.
That says
It's a person.
that speaks to how much the black body is worth in this country.
Yeah. And it's a
A
person that
black
has.
body
Kinfolk.
does not hold weight in this country like that, but it holds all the fucking weight.
But you know
It
what?
shapes the culture of this whole fucking planet.
Keep this though. It's a situation.
Why are they killing our kids, bro?
I'm gonna tell you. They don't know what we go through, what we've been through, our big mamas, grandmas, and then they expect these cops to relate to these horrible neighborhoods. That's the first problem. That's the you can't relate with a kid that
Well,
got.
dog, that's on purpose.
I know, but
Let me get this dude that
I'm
grew
just
up in
saying. That's the
out here
first
on the north side in Dominion or Bernie, and let me put him over here in the east
And
side
then you
and put him
have-
in a situation where he ain't never been
right,
in.
and then that's the ignorant part.
Exactly.
Like I said, the next thing is.
But they know that going
they
in.
don't teach like level to this shit. They don't start nobody.
But at the same time, how many niggas, how many black folks, how many black and brown brothers are getting in, are trying to be police officers to police our communities? To me, it's like we almost saying fuck our communities. We
No,
moving,
that-
like
that-
I'm
it's
no
just
for
another
real, like we not
situation.
niggas like me. I'm guilty. I moved out of.
Yeah.
I moved to a different place
To be a cop,
instead of investing in the neighborhood,
To
so
be a
that they
cop.
don't come in and gentrify that shit.
to be a cop, you have to be well educated. Background check got to clear.
You know, it gotta be that.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Nigga,
you can't drop out. You can't drop out. Like you got that.
Dog,
You know, you
it
gotta have
takes
some
me
standards.
13 months to get my license to be a
I'm saying.
barber. It only takes 6 months to be a fucking police officer, bro. What does that say?
It says that they're hiring wrong people, but I'm saying it's a situation where you gotta have a clear record, no criminal record. A lot of brothers got criminal records, even if you get it right
I
later.
wonder why.
If you
Why do we have? Why do all these brothers got criminal
I'm just saying,
records?
but you can't be a cop with a criminal record.
But if you think about it-
we talking about different situations like
So
dope.
is that also part
We
of the
talking,
system?
yeah, for sure. We talking about big things like black people talking about
But
dope.
think
And
about it,
we ain't
though.
kidnapping
Think
nobody.
about it.
We not murdering
You
nobody in
got,
the sense of like.
you got cops.
But it's drugs related.
You
My
got
father
cops.
was a cop, so
You got
No,
cops
I know.
the way they are right now, right? You got the whole stereotype of cops. And you take kids that grow up living in areas where they see cops in that,
As a
light.
negative light.
You know what I mean?
Negative.
So now, let's say you want to be a cop, right? All of us don't want to be cops. You want to be a cop, but we got a different view on the cop because maybe one of our family members was killed, a homie
Wild,
got
wild,
killed.
black, all
bro.
that
So
shit.
now
Everybody black experience something like
Well,
that.
look, what I'm saying
Sure.
is now the stereotype is, oh, you a sellout because you want to go be part of.
Like I said, I got great.
Everything plays a
Yeah,
part.
you know
And
what?
it's like,
It's different because that's your cousin. But to another cat, look,
But I'm just saying,
I
no, but
see
to
that.
other people,
yeah,
don't
you
treat
know what
other
I'm saying? Like
people. though.
everybody sees stuff.
But it's always
I see them treat
individual.
other people with respect. It's not. It's a situation
Same way with
where
my father, man.
it's a job where if it's a few bad apples, everybody's around the tree. But it's fucked up because a lot of good cops are out here that don't get props.
Right.
No doubt.
It's a job that's a high standard. Just like
I
being
always
a
get
preacher
put over by
or a
that.
doctor. It's a high standard. You can't fuck up being a doctor. You
know,
can't fuck up, dog. If you out here fucking up people, you can't be a
That's
doctor.
law of attraction, though.
The level of expectation is high, so if it's 1, 2, 3, it fucks up 3,000.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But
There's
that's not wrong.
still gotta be-
Nah,
I think
but
there's still gotta
no.
be some more
No,
training
Calvin.
to that.
Yeah, for sure. I'm just
More than
saying.
6 months. I told you.
Listen, the
I'm not
problem
gonna
is
speak for.
the leadership are the ones that's
Yeah, because this shit
like
can't be swept under the
that have
rug.
that agenda. And when you come into a leadership and a system that was based off slavery to begin with, let's go back. First of all, when slavery ended, that was when the sharecropper came in, and that's when the prison system was created.
For sure.
The expression of the description that came from slavery, bro.
No, Jim Crow.
You know what I mean?
No, for real.
So now you create your system is built off this good old boy system. The Constitution is built off the good old boy system. Everything is built off a system that is not here to help us
So you know
and
what
benefit
I'm
us.
I'm on the other side because hopefully I'm helping my kids get there. We gotta definitely help ourselves. Gotta know our laws. We gotta vote.
Gotta educate
We gotta
yourself.
help our communities. Like we can't wait on
Voting
this
is
shit.
the number one
We can't
thing right
wait
now.
on this shit to fall out
That's
the
where
sky.
the battleground is. At
No,
the
we
voting
can't.
booth.
No, we can't wait for this shit to fall out the sky. So just make sure we complain about it. We're making plans to fix it.
Right.
Yeah, niggas
Making-
out here talking.
making plans and making
Let's
moves.
do it.
Yeah.
Making
Let's
moves.
vote.
It's
If
sad.
you out here, Facebook, YouTube, let's kill this voting shit. I don't give a fuck who you vote for. Just get out and vote. You know what I mean? My goal this year is to get 10 people registered. And that should be your goal too.
Really?
Everybody should get somebody registered to vote. Straight up. And get that shit done early. Because they're going to do this, what is it called? Gerrymandering shit where they fuck up the counties. You think you about to walk across the street and vote at your library? But just so happen, nah, they done fucked the county up. You got to go way across town to go get your shit. And if your license shit ain't right, you going to fuck around and end up having to go vote where your last address was because you ain't never
I
changed
got my
it.
inspection sticker today.
And they're not telling
Not
us
just your
none of this
license, but
shit.
even if you own child support back payment,
Man.
you can't vote. You can't register your fucking car.
Yeah, and look,
You can't register.
what race is on
I
child
went
support?
today.
Nah, but you know what? You know who can't register to vote? If you got a hunting license.
Come on, man.
But if you got a college ID, you can't.
Come on, man.
What demographic of people got hunting license?
What's the biggest demographic on
What's the
child
biggest
support?
and what's the biggest demographic on child support?
Wow.
You know,
So,
Why not outlaw?
You know, this shit ain't this shit is deeper than rap.
You know what I'm saying?
You gotta wake up. You gotta pay attention, man.
and we ain't talking about. And give me a limit. If motherfucker outstanding, like I get it. If you a deadbeat, you know $10,000.
Cool. But if you 30
You
days,
oh yeah, you $38
and you can't vote.
Bro, that's
Come
what they
Oh,
do.
$38 a child
Come
support.
on,
You said
that's
38. Come on.
$38.
You heard about the woman that came out and they did like spent some time in prison, got out, and then like tried to vote, but she didn't know her shit was like fucked up, and then like for voting, for trying to make a difference, do the right thing, they sent her back to jail. Man, Google that shit, man.
I'm sorry to laugh.
Man, listen, man.
That is
I'm-
horrible.
My ears to the screen.
We're gonna pour out a little
Listen,
bit.
hey, we gonna pour out a little. Hey,
That we live in.
moment for
Wow.
what's my girl name? Waters. What's my girl name? Something Waters.
Maxine Waters.
Huh? Maxine Waters, man. Shout out to Maxine Waters, man. Listen, she's out here speaking that shit. She's out here on her Martin Luther King, MLK shit, talking that shit, speaking that shit, telling them what it is, and that's what. And we need to not stand by and click like. We need to also get up and go vote and help her and stop just sitting by. And I was just about to bring up the fact I ain't heard from Obama. You know what I'm saying? But as soon as I was about to bring that shit up, he showed up. You know what I'm saying?
Calm
He
down,
showed
relax.
up. And I ain't like, calm down. Yeah, you gotta have your hand like this. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, it's because that's what we need. Like, I get it, man. You was a black man, you was president, first black president. That's a lot. And you ain't slapped nobody. Once you made it all the way through and know nothing.
That's why
Yeah, you needed a time. You need to chill. But right now it's an emergency. Jack, hold up, fellas. Right now it's a fucking emergency. We need Obama to speak up.
Hey, back to
Tweet
back too.
something.
Y'all know how I feel about the hunted and the hunter.
Talk to
We
him,
went
Jack.
back to back. So it's
Yeah,
hard
back to back.
It's easy to kind of want it and be
Black to
a
black.
surprise.
But I
it's
did it 2
hard
times.
when people are hunting after you.
Yes, and
What
just
is-
veto and everything you try to bring across the table.
Every
It's
time.
hard.
You know what I'm saying? Just to come back and try to do the same thing and call it something different.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
Get the
it.
fuck out of here, man. Every day, you know what I'm saying? This whole presidency, this president is here because of this bigotry and hate And what am I
about
looking
that
at?
lady, Crystal.
What am I reading?
She's the one that went to jail for.
Oh, okay.
Mason.
Crystal Mason.
This is
Okay,
a real
let's see.
story.
Yeah, like I don't just be talking, Chad. You know what I'm saying? Crystal Mason, 43, was sentenced to 5 years by a judge on Wednesday for voting illegally in the 2016 presidential election. Mason, who says she was completely unaware that she was ineligible to vote at the time, was on probation following a 3-year stint in prison for a separate charge dating back to 2011 for tax fraud.
2 years.
She got sentenced 5 years.
She went. She
got
did
sentenced
3 years. Came out, voted, and then
That shit.
and then she
What is
was
that?
back for 5.
Oh, so you want to vote, Crystal?
I seen the Dirty 30 when I was like 18. That shit don't even sound right.
What is that? What's the dollar?
That shit don't even
What's the
sound
dollar number for How much
So, but
they
this is where we at, bro. This is what you call. This is the what do you call it? This is the epitome of cultural conditioning. This is what conscientious stupidity, like what Martin Luther King said, and I get this from Joe Madison. He said the 2 most dangerous things Martin Luther King said was conscientious stupidity
Come on.
and sincere ignorance.
Wow.
That's what the King said.
Wow.
I would have loved to hear that growing up.
Man, what?
You know what I'm saying? But I just heard that dream shit. That old ass speech. He wasn't even saying that shit before he died. He was talking that let's put our money together shit before he died. And then that's why he died. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. While you was preaching that just turn the other cheek shit, they let a nigga make it. But as soon as you start saying, listen, we need to put our money in our own insurance company and stop putting your money there. Oh, that's when he was out of there.
Time. And then you usually
You know what I'm
don't
saying?
make
And we've been waiting on the next
before.
Martin Luther King. But I'm gonna tell you something. Everybody
That
is a
person
Martin
don't
Luther King, bro.
But that person don't
Everybody is here. Everybody can do something.
For sure.
Everyone
It's gonna take a village.
can do
It's gonna take a
something.
village.
It takes a village
And
for
let's be real.
change.
Do we really want one person out there? They'll take it from us anyway.
Exactly. We have to move
We
as
have
one.
to be. We have to be.
We have to move
at
as
this
one.
point-
They'll
at
take
this-
us.
no,
They'll
no,
take that
no,
person from
no.
us again.
At
Quit,
this point,
just like
if
that.
they did,
No.
it
No, Cooley, they'll find a way.
country would
If-
turn on its head.
Man, it'll be. They'll find
Power
a
in
way.
numbers.
Country would turn
Yeah.
on
Bill get NBC. Oh, he
Why you
fucking
think-
young
why
bitches.
you-
He raped them. He killed them. It wasn't a problem to this dude was trying to buy
Why you think they
NBC,
took-
trying to put black colleges
Farrakhan
back
off
on
the
the
air?
map.
Think about
Like,
it,
he
man.
had a plan, and
Think
they
about
knew
it.
the plan. They had to be real.
Think about it.
I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying they'll find a way to take that person away.
Look at how America responds every time a prominent black name makes a power move.
Yeah. Yeah.
A
But
power move.
it's the fuck shit though. They help a nigga get there.
Oh, for
And as
sure.
soon as
So
you get
remember,
there-
so you can. They have leverage. You know?
yes.
Yeah, it's like because we need a because it's like we need a couple. They like the house
Trying to do
niggas.
too much.
Y'all niggas get the
Now, now.
inside.
Hey, no.
Now, now.
You know what I'm
Even
saying?
more than that, they just gonna make a situation where they're kicked up on top advantage. They have more moves than you.
So,
But up
It's
until
fucked up.
and then when you try to speak up, then it's a problem.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? We can segue right into Kaepernick on that shit.
If Bill was talking about putting more Friends episodes on,
oh,
none of this shit
He
come
the
out.
man.
But no, he talking about new different world,
right.
educated black people. I need another show with a doctor,
You know,
and a
this-
lawyer,
this is new
in the
information to
forefront.
me.
Yeah.
No, this is the fact.
No, I'm talking about I haven't heard this shit.
Oh,
yet.
yeah. That's,
He was going to buy NBC.
I know the NBC story, but I didn't know.
Okay, this is my
That-
thing.
now that makes
I'm not,
sense.
First off, I have a daughter, wife, and mother. I'm not saying what he did was right.
Right.
But bring this shit up in 1988 then.
right.
Yeah.
Don't wait.
Right.
30 years
Now
later.
now
Now
you know
it's
some
a
shit
problem.
up.
Selling baby.
I need you to do it when it's on time.
Now the man
When
with
it's
the
on
money.
time.
Now
If
you
you
wanna
feel
hold.
violated,
Now you can do this shit.
Now I can do it because he works
But
something.
now, in the situation of like, business, you can't even be under investigation of our business.
We just need 2 more for going on.
Before that, I'm just saying, if it was a dope case, if it was a kidnap case, you can't get no criminal.
Nah, but this case was like
Activity.
recent. This was in the last 10 years.
I'm just saying though.
He got convicted from
You
some
can't buy
shit.
nothing business
He
related. Land,
He handed that
company
shit to them.
being investigated.
I feel you. But Bill handed that shit to him.
I
Right.
get it.
I mean, that was the life back
But
then.
no, I mean, everybody has a black route.
I will-
Everybody
hey,
has a black-
I
I'm not
know,
gonna
I
excuse
know.
it, I'm just saying.
No, it's no
Black.
excuse, and that's what it was. But the shit that happened was in the last 10 years. So this ain't like we get caught up in the old bitches that came forward to protest, just to put their story out just to help the case. But the case was based on a story that was 10 years old. So
But I'm just saying, it wasn't a problem until he thought he had all his eggs in a row.
Yeah.
Started running his mouth about his plan.
Somebody ran off in his closet. That's all.
And
yeah, somebody not getting cut. Somebody not getting
Somebody
something.
not-
It's not right. I want that to be known.
You want
But you know what? But I don't want to focus on Bill. Like Bill got money. You fuck that shit up, nigga. Like fuck that.
I'm just saying,
Fuck
they
that.
don't find a way to take.
What about
I don't
these
want
people
the point is, we don't want one person to be the light no more. They'll take them away from us.
Okay,
Yeah,
point
mine.
taken. Point taken.
Have to be everybody.
I did mindset.
Huh? Okay, yeah, exactly. You gotta stay on top. So what is?
So
So
your producer says stay on top.
so yeah. Triple X, man. Let's talk about this kid.
I just
Triple
don't know how to
X.
say his
Let me
name
say it. I'm gonna
properly,
try to pronounce his name.
Yeah.
Triple
Yeah.
X.
Pronounce
Tentacion.
Oh,
You gotta say it fast, I think.
I'm sorry if I messed it up.
Yeah, no, it's no disrespect. He knows this shit. Now, I didn't even know about the kid like that. You know what I'm saying? I knew he existed.
Yeah, no,
From my
no,
understanding.
he's a big artist.
No, he's an artist. I've heard his shit
I'm
now.
saying how he got
The boy has something to talk about.
But once again, I said earlier, dog, to lefties, once you start bringing up these things, they're gonna show us nasty face. We seen it with Pac and Big. Once you start talking about life after death and does heaven have a ghetto,
I went right to it.
somebody's gonna bring that. If it's a person, a spiritual,
Yeah.
devil,
Yeah.
God, whoever's gonna bring it, if you want to continue to speak on it, and he was a depressed kid. It was sad. You know, it sucks. I wrote depressed kids.
He wrote a 11-page wheel.
Yeah, no, the nigga knew.
11 months ago.
People at 20, we thought we was taking over the world. We were thinking about what bands we gonna get.
He thinking
At
about
20?
He thinking about dying.
Shit.
At 20.
me
That
tell
boy
you-
was thinking about dying at 20.
Let me speak on. Like the kid was on some other shit though. Like
That's heavy, man.
That's heavy.
I was listening to an interview he was doing, and I caught some shit he said really fast and shit. But he had mentioned something about he meditates and he like does like astral travel. He said it real fast in the interview. I caught that shit. But, you know, I'm into that kind of shit. So I was like, okay, so that just let me know this kid was definitely on some other shit. No 19, 20-year-old kid is talking about meditating. First of all,
No,
that's
yeah,
not even cool.
No, J. Cole was older than him talking about medication.
That's not cool. You know what I'm saying? Like I just started meditating. I'm damn near 40.
Right.
So
Right.
this kid's 20 talking about meditation. I'm like, all right.
Impressed.
Talking about astral travel. How do you even know about that shit? So that to me, that pointed towards some other shit to me. So that just let me know that this kid was on some deep shit. Like
He was
that
trying to
made
improve.
He was trying to improve because I did a little bit of history on him. He was a badass kid.
No,
You know,
yeah,
and I'm
for
not
sure.
here to like down his name, gone and shit. But like I was looking at all his shit, like his story. He was a troubled teen.
No, I
Put it
heard some shit.
His mama like.
He beat one of his girls. They got blind in the eye. Like it's
No, that's recent. He been beating kids up. He been in and out of juvenile.
I'm just saying, like it's
all
fucked
that.
up. God, you can't. I mean,
But to see that he came from all of that
to try to
and
improve.
made it, like how hard is it to become a rap star? It's very fucking hard.
In this century,
In
no
this
records,
century, when you just
you know, CDs, no records, no tapes. You got to
For
stream
you to do
this shit.
something to stand out.
Everybody
you know.
got access. Yeah.
Everybody. Yeah.
So yeah, man, it's
The
just.
trash and the good got the same access.
So let's talk about it. He got murked right outside. He was
So this is the thing, though. I have to tell some of my kids at work, though. Like, the difference between their era and our era, both fucked up. We had I guess, a purpose per se. You knew not to wear red in certain areas. You knew not to wear
Yes.
blue. It had to make sense to us. They don't have no regard. Like it's
no
no
line.
holds barred.
But no,
Like none of these kids don't fight.
But you
These
can't-
kids ain't never had a fight before, bro.
But you ain't can necessarily say it because a lot of these dudes that are banging from both sides.
I'm just saying, like their generation, it makes no sense. Like this was senseless.
Hey, there goes the guy.
Woo,
No got him. Gene, what up?
got him on.
This was senseless, cool. This dude just basically,
all night.
in a neighborhood where he probably shouldn't have been okay to be a star, but it's a situation where, but he's from Florida, I think.
It's like 10-15 minutes from his house.
That's what I'm saying. It's a situation where this is senseless and dumb.
This nigga's at home.
You know what I'm saying? I was a courts kid. You can't wear certain things in courts in neighborhoods back in the day. If a nigga got shot, you knew that was either a possibility or a chance of.
But
And that's Texas. Not necessarily like, you know, let's say like somewhere automatic like LA. That's automatic. That makes sense. That's logical. This
But
shit
it's
don't make no
different.
sense.
You wasn't in fear of your life. You was in fear of the ass whooping. It's different.
Yeah, but
kids
niggas still
that
getting
age-
shot like in the 90s.
Right.
No, it was
True.
No,
On
DJ
point.
won't admit that shit. It was just like Martin, nigga. I was here. No, it was real.
I mean, and I come from
Niggas was getting blasted,
the
nigga.
neighborhoods, you know, that some they was talking about.
No, it was
What I'm saying
bad. It
is
was
you were,
real.
you were more scared to get your ass beat, so you were more inclined
No,
to
you're
stay
right.
in line.
You're right.
Because you didn't want to take an ass whooping.
You're right.
Let me tell you something.
These niggas ain't lost no fight
Let me
though.
tell you the difference between.
They ain't lost no fight.
They didn't have
They're
one.
losing their lives.
Yeah.
Sure.
Let me tell you the difference between now and then. We used to not. If you didn't get to go outside, you was upset. That was punishment.
What? no bike, no
Today,
Yeah, you
it's
fighting
punishment
it's a
for
reward.
seeing your kid outside.
Yeah.
It's a
Like, I gotta go outside. You know how much life
Can
you
you give me some
experience
money?
outside?
Can I take a water bottle?
Right.
Like,
How long?
so,
Like,
so,
my kid be asking questions.
hold up. So I say that to say this: like, when you were outside, when you got to go outside, you didn't have parents. You ran into bullies. You ran into situations with your friends. You fell and got hurt.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you scraped your leg. You even might have broke your leg, but you survived. You like got a cast. Everybody signed that shit. Like you was living life as a kid.
Yeah, the whole
And then-
class sign your shit.
Then you probably saw some shit that you won't tell nobody. That you like, damn, I seen that shit. You might have seen a nigga get shot.
Right.
You might have seen a dead body.
Right.
It just shit you seen as a kid. You experienced life.
We grew up-
These
we
children
definitely
are
grew up
experiencing
fast.
life through an iPad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Through
So
TV,
like, and that's
internet.
why it's easy to bully this nigga from overseas. You gonna kill yourself because somebody threatened you
On a
from
tablet,
from
on
six,
email.
from
You gotta
6
see me,
times
bro.
a day.
From
Man, that shit
instant,
will
hey,
never
hold on.
happen to me.
From
Like,
to instant
That is the
messenger.
difference.
To instant messenger.
That is why, Jack. Our kids not getting that experience.
right.
with
It's crazy,
those
because
life experiences.
Our minds are built. Everything we know, how we move, that shit is based on reality.
Right. See, to
Everything
me,
these kids
we're the
know.
last of the Mohicans, bro.
We it.
Our generation,
Nah,
because
that's it.
we got the pre-game internet. Like when I tell my daughter, I grew up in a world where there was no internet.
No, we had to
You know about that? You don't know nothing about that. You grew up in a world with a black president and an internet. I was here for all that shit. They don't even understand it. They're like, no internet?
No internet.
No
You had to be
login?
in college. You had to be in college for like America Online and shit. You had to be rich.
You had to have
I
that.
remember when Facebook, I remember when my
You had to be
girl,
America Online.
You had to have an AOL disc that came in the mail too.
And that
You
shit was-
couldn't just get on the internet.
You had to touch the phone line and shit.
Own separate phone.
Come on, man. You had to own separate.
they had to hang the phone up to get online.
To get online.
Hey,
You had to lock the phone and put it in the back of the computer, man.
That's facts, man. So that is the
It's
difference.
sad.
That is the difference. But I think that it's important
And
that
another
us
thing
as
before
parents.
you move on, these kids don't understand loss. Like you get fucking 6th place trophies now. Like it's okay to lose.
Yeah.
Right. It's okay to lose. So it ain't heartbreak when you lose and do some real shit. You compete. Now I went to Johnson, nigga. We want to stay in double
Nah,
Dutch.
nigga, you
We
need
want
to
to stay in
lose.
Checkers.
You know what's crazy? What's
But
crazy?
if
Crazy
you
you say
compete
that.
and lose and learn and like live life, and it's okay to work hard and
Yeah,
get to
it's
where
okay
you're
to
going.
lose.
It's crazy because it's on a sports level.
And real life,
It's in school. Like I was at my son's graduation, and this little dude, man, he got an award. He got a Spirit Award.
That's what I'm saying.
Dog, I saw the same thing.
You gotta-
It was 20
I
kids
know
in my,
your baby.
in my,
He in
in my
elementary,
son's
man.
class. They all got an award. I was like,
Yeah,
what
we got a
the-
Spirit
I was like,
Award.
that's the dummy award.
That's the dummy award.
That's the dummy award.
That's the Polar Tink Tink.
I was like, they made that shit up.
Yeah, the whole class had
And
to
he
help
know
that
because
kid.
he walked up there kind of slow too.
The whole class had to help that kid. It took
Nah.
a village on him.
Nah, he ain't right.
I'm like, man,
he
it's
not.
bad, dog.
He's slowing the whole class down.
It's bad.
Inclusion even.
Little
I'm gonna be
team.
real. I'm gonna be real. When we were in school, we didn't have special ed kids in class, and I'm not saying that's a good or bad.
No,
It's
yeah.
definitely a distraction. It takes away from quality learning versus babysitting.
Yeah, the teacher has to spend time.
Correct.
Whatever he's.
Right.
If your teacher got to take
But
time out for that, then you.
It's
that's
everything
now.
now. No, I'm saying
And then
it's
that's how
everything. It's
behavior
fucked up.
pop up.
No, it's fucked up.
And that's why you got teachers that don't give a damn.
Right, because it's hard
They
regardless.
don't pay the teachers enough. No
And
fucking
we
way.
talking about classrooms 40, 35 deep, no help, no aid.
And that's the system, not wanting to pay
But look
nobody.
at the policies that your president is putting into place, so that you know they don't give a fuck about these kids.
But it wasn't inclusion like that when we were younger. It was class of like 20, 18.
Right. You're right.
Hey,
It was different.
But to get back to the Triple X thing, like I heard a wise man say this, and it made a whole bunch of sense. We seen guys pass away. You know what I'm saying? That was artists that we love,
It should be.
especially here in the state. I mean, how many Texas artists
Come on, man.
we've seen?
Keep it positive, man. Don't make me cry, man.
No,
Keep it positive.
no, I'm just keeping it real quick. How many Texas artists that we've seen personally in the state alone?
Shit,
that-
screwed up
hold
Cripple.
on, wait, let me finish. That we know would have took the world by storm.
Fat Pat.
That's just one guy, Hog. I mean, we can sit here and go 20 minutes and talk about these
Fat
guys.
Pat was singing on the
Look,
habit before it was
wait,
cool.
getting back to my point. It's gonna happen again. It happened with Pocket Big. It happened with Hawk. It happened with Pat.
But
It's gonna happen again, dog.
That shit was sisters too.
I hate to say that, and
shit
it
was sisters
sounds
too.
like I'm shitty. It
shit
sounds
was
like I'm
It's all
shitty.
out. It's all out of
But to be
attraction, bro.
real, it's part of hip hop like Tim Boots and motherfucking Backwoods.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Straight up, Big L got murdered. You know what I'm saying? Notorious got murdered. You know,
Man,
we
listen,
can name
if you sing about your
it's not
murder,
about the state.
Kinfolk, if you sing about being murdered, if you talk about being dying, if you actually make a rap that describes your death, that you know how hard it is to make a rap to some people.
For sure.
You put so that means you put thought and hold up. Listen, bro, listen what I'm saying. I'm saying something real and authentic right here. When you put thought, energy, you know, your feeling into some shit, and hold up, and then you write it down. Let me tell you something about bringing something to fruition, about manifestation. The first step to manifestation, manifesting something in your mind to the physical, is you write it down. Because now it goes from your mind to something you can fucking pick up and observe. So that's the first step to creating whatever it is you want to manifest. Now you put this shit into a rhyme. Then you then you rap it over and over and over and over until you feel it. Until it's fucking in your soul. Because you know what? You have to memorize it.
No, we're talking about real artists.
You have to memorize this verse of you talking about your own death. Now listen, this is how the law of attraction works. And the Bible says when 2 or 3 are gathered, right? You know what I'm talking about.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm talking about. When 2 or 3 are gathered, we can manifest anything, right?
Church.
So now you done created this rap. Now you put it in the system. Now you got the world singing the rap song of your death.
Right.
Now wherever 2, 3 are gathered. Now what about wherever 2, 3,000 are gathered? Death is on its motherfucking way. It's right around the corner.
For sure.
You made it happen. We made it happen. How do you think Donald Trump is president? Oh, don't get me started. It's a whole nother subject, but it's the same ingredients. It's the same process. It's the same situation. He believed it. He put it out there. Even if we didn't believe it, we thought about it. We put the energy into it. We've been thinking about it since we seen him on the fucking Simpsons.
And I can give you
a couple of WPs in the air.
We created this shit, my nigga.
I can give you a perfect example of that. Personal example of that. I spoke about it in a rhyme. I spoke about a black Benz in a rhyme. I can tell you right now what I'm driving. A black Benz.
Listen,
I'm being real.
Let me tell you something. The building that we sitting in
10 years ago in a rhyme.
Lamar, shut up.
You know what I'm saying? And I still ain't roll with Trill yet. Trill, we gonna ride out, baby. We gonna talk about that later.
I'm saying about the shop. No,
I mean,
we have more than conversations about what we sitting.
What we sitting at was in my mind. You know what I'm saying? I put it on paper. I prayed about it and went out and go. We ain't got to get it. We ain't got it. You know what I'm saying? So, and we here. You know what I'm saying? Now we manifesting the next thing. This podcast. You know what I'm saying? We pushing the envelope. We spreading the positivity. We speaking that real shit. You know what I'm saying? We are like pushing information that'll help our culture go forward, man, and grow. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause we gotta evolve. We gotta come together. It's in San Antonio. We fucking last on the goddamn list of like unity for black people. You go to Houston, them niggas is riding with each other. You go to Dallas, they're riding with each other. You come to San Antonio, but we starting to ride with each other. We in groups and we in cliques. We gotta come together. You know what I'm saying?
That was decent, you know what I'm saying? A couple years ago, started doing music with each other, so that's real.
How do we protect our children and women?
Good question. Find somebody, you know, you ain't gotta be the highest powered cat. Find somebody that's somewhere that you wanna be.
I like
you know what I mean?
I'm into personal.
Look,
I like
look,
it.
you know what I mean? Read a fucking book.
Yeah, I'm saying yourself is the starting point.
To me, self is where everything starts at. But sometimes it takes somebody else to make you look within.
But I'm saying, no,
you know
I
what I'm
feel
saying?
that.
Sometimes.
Find you an OG. That's what you need. And hold on, when I say
Yeah,
OG,
clarify OG.
I don't mean like original gangster. I mean, when I mean an OG,
original grown man.
A grown man, a wise man that's gonna give you some real life game.
In different situations, yeah, everything, yeah.
And I mean, for me, you know what I'm saying? I've always kind of wanted to hang around the old heads because they gonna give you shit that you ain't.
Free game. Free game.
Free.
They can see you come up. They
like
trying to keep you from doing the same shit they did because you're on the same path. You know what I'm saying? So they gonna give you that game and it's either you soak it or you let it. You know what I'm saying? Drench out.
I don't think people really.
It's always great.
I don't think people really understand just how important it is for your father to play
Dog, it's imperative, bro.
That shit is heavy, man.
Let me tell you something.
This shit is
First of all, first of all, the man was the first one on the planet. You know, the woman was created through the rib of man. You know what I'm
you
saying?
got dudes out here that really think they can
We
come
got
in
here
and
first.
out.
We got a hell of a responsibility. That say something to you.
Like you got dudes out here though that really feel like I could pay child support and I could come pick them up on the weekends and be cool. Nah, that little nigga was school.
But that's the
Every situation is different.
but it's systematic, bro, because they know how important that is. That's why it's so easy for a black male to get lost within it.
Right.
So they know how important it is. That's obvious. What Lamar said about first man, yeah, that's cool. But I'm just talking about like the different relationship. Like it's like a situation where girls need a male role model, learn how to be taught or learn how to be treated.
I think
They need to know the example.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Anything, but I'm just saying they know it, how important it is. Because if it wasn't that big a deal, that's what I lost. The black community, we don't have black males as dads.
But I'm telling you,
that's our downfall.
It's because
they lock us up.
Yeah, the black males.
Well, I mean, they lock us up.
That's the
We not
domino effect.
we coming back.
They lock us up. But at the same time,
even in the situation of like, even in the situation of like, homosexuality, putting these grown black men in dresses and kilts.
But think about,
this from every angle they want to calm us down.
But you also got gay men that are dads, though.
Say that again, Lou.
You also got gay men that are dads.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying on TV. If you're a kid watching Glee, something like that.
You clarify what you're trying to say. So what I'm getting from you is like you trying to say that they may be trying to feminize the man a whole lot.
That's what I'm saying.
I speak on that too. I absolutely agree.
I'm not saying your choice. If you are who you are, no, your choice is your choice.
It's cool.
We don't have no right to live.
That live alternative lifestyles.
I'm saying don't force feed my 15-year-old son.
Right. I'm not saying
Especially,
some questions on something.
especially if that's not me.
One of my best friends.
I'm just saying.
Like really, I'm telling man, like really what it is. Like you got dads that really feel like that in and out is okay, man. You don't have dads really trying to take time with their kids.
Right.
But like if you go to the gym, take them to the gym with you.
Right.
That's easy.
I feel that love.
No, you think it's easy, Kinfolk, but like we say it because we woke.
And it's a two-way street, love.
Like
Like there's some
cultural
guys.
conditioning, man.
But it all goes. Just
Like-
think about it. If you got a kid that's around his mom all the time, and let's say his mom is one of those moms that down his dad.
That's what I'm saying right
he
there.
becomes that dude that feel like it's okay to be in and out because that's all his mama talking
Hey,
about.
I'm
Well, if he
agree.
would just pay child support and come see him on the weekends, I'll be cool.
And the
so he
average-
become conditioned.
The average situation. I'm
to
not saying
that.
everybody.
You know what I
Everybody's
mean?
situation different. But the average situation, what I like, my partners, my cousins been through.
Yeah.
They shown initiative, didn't get rewarded for it.
You got some
drama in your life,
Right.
hating in your life. It's easier to do less without that person.
Right.
I
I
can
get
follow
that.
the rules and do whatever the court wants.
that
I'm
might-
going crazy on this person.
that might-
for trying to set me up.
But that
or
might
lie
make
to my
up
brothers
10
or flatten my tires.
Listen,
I mean, it's
but that might make up
horrible,
10
dog.
That's your
20%.
fault, nigga.
That might
No,
be
it's a two-way street, dog. It's a two-way street, dog.
Let me tell you something. This is the first thing we gotta do as men.
Is be accountable.
No.
No,
It's
hey.
take responsibility for our motherfucking choices. You chose that broad. You chose to put your dick in her. You chose to fuck up. You know what I'm saying? You know she was a slut. You knew she was a hoe. You knew something wasn't right. You know you didn't want to bring her home to mama.
So does that-
You know what I'm saying?
hold on.
Now she
Hold on.
pregnant.
Hold on.
You know what I'm saying? Now this, now that.
I
You know what
feel
mean?
that.
That's your fault.
I feel
Like
that.
I got
I'm not
3 baby mothers. I got one wife, ex-wife, and another mother's my kid. And all them women are great women. All my kids are good. I chose right.
Right.
Like my kids
I'm not saying
are
I'm saying a
great.
situation.
The
You know what I'm
issue
saying?
is, man. The issue is we make lifetime decisions at 3 a.m.
Right.
That's
Admitted
still your
situation.
fucking fault.
I'm saying we make lifetime decisions at 3 a.m.
Man, the superior man takes
No, the question
responsibility
was-
for whatever's going
Hey,
on. in
the
this
question was,
Right, I
let's
understand,
say,
but we making lifetime decisions in like a 30-minute span of time.
you said, how is it okay for
Plan
the
B that
child
bitch.
support?
Adrian,
Hey,
don't-
child
Hey,
support.
you
I see.
nah, fuck
Yeah.
that.
Are we switching over?
Pick up on the weekend. That's what he said. What made it okay? I'm saying it's a lot of situations.
Every situation is different.
Every situation is different. That's what I'm saying.
Every day. No, once you hit it, it is what it is. But at the end of the day, you can't get too mad because you put your dick in us.
No,
You can't be too shot the club up.
Yeah.
You know what I
But
mean?
I'm saying parenting, that's the ultimate team sport, man.
You're right.
Yeah,
So you
two
talking about
motherfuckers,
you
man.
talking about a
Take that
man
two-way
doing it.
street,
What about the
But niggas
15-year-old
ain't thinking about that two-way street when he tried to put it in the, you know what I'm saying? In the
Can't do it
grown man, but
for
what about the teenagers that's doing it? That don't even know. They just out there getting.
Because they're being
Well,
conditioned.
But listen though, let me give a shout out to
That's
teenage,
different
though, 'cause
situations, different situations.
Teenage pregnancy is down right now. It's like it's pretty.
Yeah, you said
it's
you
down.
cracked the joke with it. I mean,
Yeah,
it doesn't
teenage
play
pregnancy
and
is
be in
down.
different situations. No, it's
But
real.
like no, so that's a good thing. And
yeah.
also, by the way, black on black killing is down at 79% right now.
Outstanding.
Just want to throw that black fact out there. We all that don't know. 79%.
Good work,
That's-
That's love.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not just saying that because every time we bring this Black Lives Matter bullshit up, right? They always want to throw the fact in
know,
there.
that's
Y'all killing
propaganda. Let's get
yourself.
factual,
You know what I'm saying? So just for the people that want to be like y'all kill each other, the facts are Google it. Do what you got to do. 79% the black on black crime or death between black and black people are down. And with that being said, you kill where you live anyway. So I hate that shit.
Yeah,
Anyway,
right.
so what are we back? What else are we on? And do we have any questions? Shout out to everybody in the live audience. It's the Detail Did It podcast. We live downtown San Antonio. Only shop that's popping right now.
And we involved into it.
What are you?
I mean, here I got my boy Lance in the building. He's helping me produce the show. And we on this real shit, man. We pushing the culture forward, man. You know what I mean? It's all about
Can I get a shirt
uplifting.
next week?
Man, hey, you gotta holler at my girl Katie though. Yeah. Peep the shirt. Peep the shirt.
I like my shit too, but that's new.
Right.
So that shirt, Jack. Show that shirt, Jack.
Backdrop. Somebody coming in. South Crown, shout out to our sponsor, South Crown.
Man, what they know about that?
Yeah.
They know about that, man.
And hey, shout out to Nicolette too. She's one of our barber slash stylist slash makeup artist. She's a hybrid. You know what I'm saying? She's a triple threat. So if you need makeup done, you need a bald fade or you need your hair extensions or whatever the case may be, holla at my girl Nicolette. She's still at work right now. Working. Hold on, let me turn over. Let's see her.
She's still grinding.
Okay, she's still over there grinding with clients and shit. So anyway, it's not a game of stuff, man. We are here to show y'all how to get this money and rep your city in the most positive, productive way possible through your craft and through just good, positive shit.
What we got next, man?
So what's next on the agenda, Leslie? This is my girl. She's gonna keep us on point. Kaepernick. Ooh.
The
Force would have been too
No, I just the thing about Kaepernick is it's something I want to do an ongoing thing on because right now he's going to court. He's fighting.
Keep the
NFL.
flame on fire.
Yeah, he's keeping it going. So like again,
Okay.
we don't want to just say hi.
And
You know what I'm saying?
I
Just
heard
keep it going.
some rappers say that through the NFL.
Man, that's real, bro.
And I thought about it.
Listen, they committed.
If anybody know me, dog, and the connection I got with Frank D, these motherfucking Cowboys, like that's what me and my dad did, man.
It's gonna be hard.
So RP, this
All right,
dog,
Frank, baby.
come on, man.
gonna be
So that's my
Good
fucking
job,
squad. I appreciate that, bro. But that's my
No,
squad.
I'm talking to Frank.
My bad.
Hey, but that's my fucking squad. So it's gonna be hard for me. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. And
And that's where everybody's at.
And then we talking about fantasy football champion, like consistently. We ain't out there just winning fucking 8th place. Like I'm in the hunt. I'm at least getting my money back. Like if we gonna boycott the NFL, like this is just
This is tough.
Do it.
This is tough. No, this is
shit.
what I
This
look.
is tough.
No, it ain't
I'm not
tough.
being hypocrite.
No, it ain't tough.
This
It
is
ain't fucking tough because I'm tired of niggas knowing more about the motherfucking sports shit and they don't know shit about politics and the shit that affects their
But I
fucking
know
life.
about both.
I'm tired of that shit.
I know about both, but you're right. It's a lot of guys that don't.
I'm glad you know both.
Yeah, I'm
But
glad.
no, it's
That's why you're on the show.
No, it's a lot of guys that don't. So right, that are brain, that
Don't
are
tell me
brainwashed.
about.
So this is what I'll do.
Guys are brainwashed.
I'll do this. I'll buy.
Hey, dog.
I'll buy. I'm
nigga
down
got
with
bad
Cap
at it,
shirt, and I'll wear that shit every fucking
And
week.
we gotta
And I'll
represent
post this
Cap.
shit every fucking week while the
No.
Cowboys. Why not?
Cap doing it, bro.
Cap
Cap is basically taking Donald Trump to court.
I gotta keep it in their face, right? I'm gonna keep it in their face,
But you
man.
Kaepernick is taking the NFL, bro. That shit is
You damn right I
Yeah,
watch
yeah.
that cause these shit. I'm like, nigga, hope the nigga get 1,500 on these fucking
What else we got on the
however comma. I'm gonna go wear my damn cap shirt.
And I gotta win that fantasy championship again. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. I got a few weeks to decide. I'll be back before then. I'll let you know. Fuck. I hate the deal.
So since we're on sports, I'm gonna segue into health and wealth. You know what I'm saying? I also want to speak on that. There's a few points that we all want to touch on. We all want to speak on a good book, a good word. You know what I'm saying? Speak on certain subjects like the cap. We gonna do the cap deal, and I get that from Sway in the morning. He does Sway is the truth. He's inspired me. Thank you, Sway, for all that inspiration. Anyway, so I want to also keep my ear to what Cap is doing, and like I was saying, different things I want to continue to always do each show, and that's also shed a light on health and wealth, because to me, that is another one of the most important things that we got to focus on, and all of us are into it.
No, availability is the best ability. No, it's real. I just got a punching bag and weight bag and speed.
You still got my weight bag?
I do got your weight vest. I use it every day when I'm out there on the bag.
I see you in here. I see those pics.
Hey, I'm trying to get focused, but yeah, find different avenues to exercise, man.
Always find avenues. We just had
walking,
Big D,
hooping, all that shit's good.
We just had Big D on last weekend. That was a phenomenal show. Shout out to Big D. Hey, bro, listen. My workout on Monday after this Big D, I was in beast mode, bro. Oh my God,
Wolverine.
Yeah, bro.
You walk through like Wolverine.
I'm just getting started, man. Just getting. See this large shirt? He's holding like a medium a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But no, health and wealth, man. Bouncing off of what Big D was talking about. Again, I appreciate him showing up. I'm still vibing off what he said. And John Frazier, he came through and showed so much love. But health is wealth, man. Today's health tip is try to drink a gallon of water a day. You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? If you short for that, it's okay. It's difficult. But you know what my wife told me though? This is what my wife told me though. This helped me drink water a lot. She was like, whenever I pick up a bottle of water, like a 20-ounce bottle of water, she said, I make sure I drink it with at least 2 gulps, like 2 jills. She said, there's no reason why you can't smash 1 bottle at a time. She said, at least halfway. So she's like, you shouldn't take you more than, like, because I have a bottle of water, I was just sipping. You know what I'm saying? She's like she comes home at night, she's like, I kill like 8 bottles of water a day. I'm like, what? How the fuck you do that? But it's her mindset, and everything is mindset. She's like, when she picks it up, she's like, okay, halfway, the next time I pick it up, it's gone. So I was like, damn, that's all I needed. My head was like,
shout out to we got gym partners. We got partners. Boys carry around the gallon bottle in the gym when we exercise.
Man, I got a pull-up bar right here in the shop, bro.
Matter of fact, I'm on that shit. I'm on that shit when this shit is over. I'm telling you, my nigga, I'm trying to beat my record. I hit 15 last time, baby. I'm trying to get to that 21, baby. You know what I'm talking about? Boy, cool, working, baby. I'm working, nigga. I'm not playing with this shit, man. I'm not playing with this shit, dog. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Bam. I love you. You my queen.
I want to sign for her too, man.
Always gonna be my queen.
But no, I'm on the bag though. Not just for exercise.
Yeah. So what are you doing new? So you on the bag now?
Yeah. I'm hooping for sure.
You know,
I'm hooping in a wheelchair.
You back on the.
Yeah, he with me. He back in the hoop.
I ain't gonna lie, I got some personal goals myself, man. I'm trying to transform.
No, you told me. I'm glad y'all can speak.
Yeah, you told me, man. I'm fucking speed. I'm trying to go into this large. I'm trying to go into this large shirt, man. You know what I'm saying? The right way.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Eating right,
That's the hard part. I mean, exercise is fun.
I gotta give a shout out to the wife on this shit, man. She go keep in the gym too, man. She started waking up with me. I come in at 5 a.m. She started getting up, making nigga shake. And then she text me like 2 hours later, like, yeah, with a picture like just leaving the gym. Like,
you know how crucial that is?
That's what's up.
It helps you stay motivated. That's what I did today.
Well, I'm a stay motivated.
I'm just saying, but the teammate is crucial. But that's what I did today. You know what I'm saying?
That's that Jay-Z and Cardi. That's that Beyonce album. That's that Cardi album.
You know what I'm saying?
Ready to work it up.
Yeah.
He's been trying to get help, you know what I mean? And he done lost, like, shout out to my pops. What's up,
No
pops?
doubt. Shout out to my daddy too.
Well, you talking about not with the games, that's my
Shout
Shout out to that boy Clyde.
Yeah. Man, shout out to that boy Clyde.
It's real, man. That shit plaguing out. That shit's plaguing out.
I went and chopped it up with him today, man. He told me, man, the doctor was like, man, you ain't got nothing to worry about.
I just had this is off subject, but I just had an idea because Lizzie's on the show, and like she helps so much like on the low, but I'm trying to give her a bigger role. But I think we should like come up with a segment like this, like today in white privilege. And you should do like some shit that today in white privilege.
Yeah, because we gotta learn
This
both
XYZ
sides.
happened.
like
You know what I'm saying?
Fantastic,
So
but-
let's write that shit down. I mean, today.
Oh, yeah.
She down for the cause. Her boyfriend, Brown brother. Shout out to Nick, man. What up, Nick?
What
You
up,
know what I'm
Nick?
saying? Nick holding it down. Hopefully. Anyway, so what else is what else we got on the menu? No, what's on the menu?
What up, bro?
This right here, bro. And it's cool because we were just talking about Lizzie getting a bigger role, better role on the show, and helping more as we progress and we grow and evolve. And I just had an epiphany the other day when I was talking to Lance, and I was like, yo, we need to start doing this segment called, what do I call it? Female, oh yeah, it's called The Future is Female. You messed up too. You said
we
future
all-
is something else.
I said
It's
the future is her.
Hey, we all came from a woman.
Right.
Listen, I know we came from a woman, but the woman's been at the bottom of the bottom since they even wrote the Bible. Like they've been downplaying.
Yeah, but I'm
They
saying that's
started
how
with Mary
important they are.
Magdalene. Man, like,
That's how important they are.
what happened?
That's genius.
You alright?
That's like multi-million-dollar shit viewing right now. Like for real, like big money. My bad.
So listen, so like it's all about like right now. If you got a daughter, if you got a mother, I know everybody got a mother, but if you have a daughter today, listen, you need to have a motherfucking back. Like, you need to tap into her essence. You need to get closer to her. If she's a baby, you need to just be loving the shit out of her.
Don't talk at her, talk to her.
Don't talk at her, talk to her. You know what I mean? If you got a teenage daughter, you need to start being her friend. You need to learn how to be a friend and learn. You know what I mean? You got to give a real game. You got to teach her what
Even
it
if
is
you don't
to
like
be
it.
real.
Be
Y'all
real.
let me speak, man. Oh, I know we all got daughters, but I got a 16-year-old daughter
You're there. I'm not there
going
yet.
just like phenomenal. She is the future,
Yeah.
and like she is something. She is something to be reckoned with. So she's a force to be reckoned with. But like I was telling my homies, I just had the sex talk with her the other day, and and I had to. Yeah, it was hard because I had to look down a lot of times. But I was talking about male genitalia and the whole nine, and that could be hard. But I look at. I don't want another nigga teaching her this shit.
For sure.
If anybody gonna teach her, like it's cool for her mother to tell her shit, but that's one thing. But she's not after another woman. You know what I mean? She's looking at it from the point of view is different, and especially when you got an intelligent daughter.
Yeah.
Especially if you got an intelligent. Last tell me to speak up. Especially if you got an intelligent daughter that's ahead of the game, that's on game, that's
Nacey, shout out to
she
Nacey.
she wants to be a judge when she grow up. That's what she's at with it. You know what I'm saying? 4.0
That's
GPA,
perfect. No, she
the whole
can read
nine.
books, like-
So, but her her downfall, not her downfall. Her challenge is boys. And the only reason your daughters have challenges with boys is because of you.
Right.
We are in the way.
Hey, man.
You know what I'm saying? So like, and it's easier said than done. Like,
and-
you don't
and-
want to see another nigga around your
and-
daughter.
And
But you have to give, like, you rather give her the practice
out
now
to
before she
Taylor.
gets out in the real world and gets pregnant to do some other shit.
You know why
You
you
rather
gotta-
her practice now. You rather her fuck with little boys now, and so you can be there to guide them. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if you got an intelligent daughter like mine, they not gonna like a lot of boys that much. They're gonna be cute.
Yeah.
Then you're gonna find out they're not
Yeah.
really smart.
Yeah.
And then
You're
2 weeks
wasting
later,
time.
it's a waste of time.
But you know
So-
what?
but you have to let that happen before she gets out in the real world, gets with a nigga, and then she's in a relationship, find out she don't like it, and she's already it's too late.
And y'all know how I believe in some of this shit. We wrecked it. So a lot of this shit.
Yeah,
we're
and
gonna
I was
have
a
to work
player.
hard. No, yeah, I'm saying we're gonna have to work hard to
These
make
guys do
sure
podcasts, man.
we're great dads because that shit comes back.
Bro.
We did a lot of fucked up
It
shit.
only
to
come
girls.
back.
So,
It only come back when you don't feed it forward.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. We got
Don't raise your daughter based off your guilt, my
No,
nigga.
I'm not saying that.
Don't raise your daughter
That's
off
why we
your
gotta-
guilt.
That's why we gotta work hard.
Don't do that shit.
That's why we gotta work
Nah,
hard.
you
though.
usher that karma right in.
Right. You gotta work hard though.
You know what I
Don't be a
mean?
sometime
It's
parent.
very important.
You can't be a sometime parent.
I'm not a father. I'm a godfather. I have a 7-year-old daughter that lives with me, and I'm with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's very important that
All the time.
because her father is not in her life. So I think that's very important that she has a
male role model.
role model.
Let me tell you something.
And I've already taken her on her first date, and I think that's very important to take her
We're gonna take
out
your daughters on a date. My daughter's gonna be on the show.
because she's
By the
gonna
way.
know how to be
Shout out to
street.
Amani.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you something.
Shout out to Amani.
Let me tell you something. This is how you know
No, Six Flags.
you have a relationship with your teenage daughter. When she hits you up and be like, Dad, I want to date this boy.
You told me about this. We should have
You know what I'm saying? Like,
We
and
go-
I'm
should we go
at
find her?
work. First of all, she texts me, Dad, she don't do that shit. So I text back, what and no. You know what I'm saying? so then here it comes, and then she goes into telling me, I know how you get down, I know you're pretty tough, you got certain things he has to do, but I just like this guy, you know him, give me the whole nine. But and I was like, all right, well, I'm at work right now, let's talk about this later. You know what I'm saying? So I'm at work tripping. But at the end of the thought of the tripping thought, I was like, damn.
That was good honesty to give
She
you, bro.
didn't even have to tell me that
honesty.
shit.
She needed to know your.
She didn't fucking have to tell me that shit.
And your confirmation or not.
You know what I'm saying? Like I would have never had to know about that shit.
Yeah.
She needed to know your.
But our relationship
That's dope.
is built, like the transformation from me going from being all parent to parent half friend. Like we're transitioning into that. My daughter will be a thousand in a year or two. Like she gonna be on her own. So like it's imperative that you build a friendship with your daughter, because when they get into trouble, when shit hit the fan, they want to talk to a friend,
Yeah.
not an authoritative figure.
They want to be able to speak to you and be able to.
And speak candidly. Want to speak, just be able to express yourself with no judgment.
No judgment.
And that
pre-judgment.
And my nigga, that shit starts now. Let me tell you something.
Yeah, it does.
Good feedback, my man.
Let me tell you something. Your preach, like everything you teaching your kids, you can basically stop teaching them at the age of like 13. Everything after that is basically preaching. They know it.
They know it.
So at 13, and every kid is different. But if you conscious, your kids are probably conscious. So like every kid is different though. You got to deal with every kid on their level. But it's imperative that you build a friendship, because we come from a generation of do as I say, not as I do.
Yeah, no, that's all old school.
And that's old school, and that's again cultural conditioning, and it ain't our fault. It ain't our parents'
Sometimes
fault.
in that old school
It's nobody's fault. But at some point we have to break those chains and do better by our children, because if not, you'll raise these kids and they'll leave the house and not come home. They will barely come see your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want your child to leave the house and want to come home as often as possible. Like, my wife is ready for she's not ready for my wife to teach my daughter to leave. And I'm not neither. But she preaches about going to this college here and there. And I'd be like, go get it. I don't want her to go, but I'm supporting her. If you keep your child fly, let that, if some kids, you just gotta let them fly.
No, I'm writing quotes for you. 2 things you gotta give kids: roots and wings.
Man, listen, hold up. First of all, you know, we got a therapist on our show. You know what I mean? I like to be able to I give a perspective. My only authority is in barbering. But you have an authority in this because you got reading shit and like you got these words. Give me some more of that, man. That roots and wings, like expound on that,
everything
bro.
in between is like missing language. Like there's gonna be like lessons, experiences, failures, success. Roots come from foundation. Foundation's like a house. You gotta have foundation very strong. Windows and shit gonna blow out, doors gonna kick in. Foundation concrete gonna move. And then the wings that can be scared to fly. Positive risk taking versus negative risk taking. Thinking, setting goals, dreams, negative, thoughts can hinder a purpose or keep them out from problems. Set forth to the unknown, have faith in God, stuff like that is the wings. Roots and wings.
And roots, I think, roots is good because roots are like things like that, like laws.
Yeah,
Things that you embody
foundation.
on a child.
Morals, God, church, whatever the family dynamic is, whatever you believe in. Come on, dog. Come on, the roots.
Let's go.
And I spread my
But don't hold them back. Yeah, but don't hold them back. Because if you don't let them fly, they're going to send you back.
And it's hard, hey fellas, it's easier said than done.
Yeah.
Like trust me, if I didn't have my wife there to kind of sometimes tell me like, yo, he being kind of hard on it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And sometimes I gotta be like, all right, cool. Because sometimes, you know, I got 3 boys. Sometimes I'll deal with them like I'm in the boy mode. And she's like, yeah, but my daughter's tough though.
Yeah.
She's a tough fucking cookie. So I'll be like trying to match her energy, like, but then I'm like, you know, that she's a girl, she's a daughter.
Different point of view.
Mel be telling me, she's a little girl. I know she's tough. I know she. I'm like, yeah, but that's how I'm raising her. But she still got a heart. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to say, like, you know, women, we have to continue to support them, and women gotta be smarter too. Women gotta continue to not take shit.
Like,
Like,
for
know your
example,
work.
For example, like, we gonna keep it simple too. If you support Nicki, like Nas and Cardi B, they're talented. I wasn't gonna be rapping and doing something and all that shit. I get the positive, it's going on. But we're supporting that, support Rhapsody too. I mean, it's other female rappers out here. Like simple things like that. Simple, and that's conscious. That's no stripper outfit. That's a hoodie with a black college sweatshirt underneath with a jacket. You know, I think she's from North Carolina, Virginia somewhere. You know, like downtown, humble. Like if I'm just saying, do both. Do both. There's people like that's a lot of others because I just see Cardi B talking about red bottoms and what's go hard the strip club and rich sex and that shit go on. I get it.
Nah, I love Cardi B. Let me let that be said.
No, I'm saying that Nicki with white.
I should say.
I'm not really Cardi B. I can't hate it though. I'm just saying that we're supporting that. Support Rhapsody too. We gotta see the other side of female hip hop with different avenues.
Yeah, there's a lot.
There's no strippers, you know.
Rhapsody go hard. I saw her on Facebook. Shout out to Rhapsody, man.
She's only been on the Rock Nation.
I didn't even know she did that. I've known about her before this year.
Like rapping, I think Rihanna's on Rock Nation, but she's rapping.
It's a lot of dope.
Like she's an MC. Like,
but it don't matter. Listen, I don't give a fuck.
I'm just saying stuff like that.
If you out there being a hoe to the fucking fullest. Be all the way in. Don't be half hoeing.
Just like Pimp C said,
if you gonna be a doctor or a lawyer, whatever, all the way. Go all the way. I always say, listen, be dope at what you do. Be dope at what you do. If you just don't do it halfway.
I don't know.
Hold on, bro. Hold on.
I got a daughter.
No, there's a better way. I understand what you're saying, but fuck that. Like,
no, because some of these girls gonna hoe. So if you gonna hoe to the foot.
Yeah.
But if you gonna be a real stand-up chick out here, man, be a real stand-up chick. And I shout out to all the queens.
Yes, and even if you're not a stand-up chick, you can still stand up. And a word to the wise to the women though, if you listen, if you ain't got together by 25, if you don't get it together by 25, you might be still doing the same shit till you for forever. So get it together, get your plan. Fuck these whack niggas. Drake said it. Nice for what? This is your time. You make the rules. You know what I mean? Like you've been ruling the world.
You like Drake?
Y'all like women just got their parole, and I'm with it.
I like that. I like that.
Huh?
What's on?
I'm just talking about in life, in general. They just got parole. You know what I mean? If you fuck the woman over, you better say sorry. You better pay. You know what I mean? Cause they coming. You know what I'm saying? Especially the check behind it. But anyway, I want to close this thing out here, man. We want to close with the final thoughts for the week. Next week, we're gonna have my boy Frank on here. Frank Pulaski. He owns Roost, huh? He wrote. You'll probably already know about the dope ass spot Boutiques down in the Pearl. It's beautiful. If you don't know about it, it's some exquisite dope shit. Take your girl there. I'm telling you, it's true. It's really different, and he created something very exclusive, and it's just dope, and it's something dope for the community and for the city at large. And it's also forward. It's like nothing you ain't seen before. So check out Botica. Frank is the man. He also has another spot called a new spot called The Roost. And he'll be on the show next week. Wow. So he's gonna come on the show. I'm gonna try to see if I can get Frank to bring some samples or something. Hey Frank, you can't have empty. Hey, look, Frank,
real quick,
we got 5 minutes.
About that next week.
Damn, quick Drake
That's
take.
quick, yeah, hey.
I love Drake's album. I didn't get to get on it like a 1 or 2 marinade, but I haven't marinated on it.
No,
But we've been in the club.
So far, so good.
I think in the situation of like Last Cash Money,
He
he
said-
said, that R&B side, rap side, it was good.
He said a lot of things I want to hear, but you know how Drake shit, that shit grow on you day by day.
Yeah, no.
You know what I'm saying? I'm still
I heard the R&B side,
still
I
hurt.
heard the rap side.
But yeah, man. So we're gonna talk about that Drake shit next week. We want to really touch on more important issues right now. Just music, that's cool. We'll get on that. You can talk about Drake on any platform.
Yeah.
Here on the Detailed Data Podcast, we know certain things take precedence over here, and Drake's just not. Even though he's one of my favorite.
No, I
you know
just
what
had to
mean?
ask before
But
we
it's
left.
not president right now. So
I just had that. I know you're a Drake
Yeah.
guy. I just had to ask.
I am very much a Drake guy, but I'm also a very what's real guy.
I do like this
I feel that.
Toby and Nick Way, man. You
Oh,
out there?
yeah, give it to Toby. Give it to Toby.
Hey man, that's
He'll be
You always ain't on
We'll
this
get him on. We'll get him on the
Toby, man.
podcast too.
If you ain't
We'll get him on here.
this Toby and Nick Way, man.
shit.
Hey, H-Town on Southwest.
Not that hard.
Hey,
Hey,
man.
Let's do it.
David Anderson, player made vets only. You feel me?
Toby is the future for the rap game.
No, yeah, look him up. Do the original. Man. Every Sunday, the nigga put out a new song. We need to fuck with Toby. We need to pitch Toby. I fuck with Toby.
Let me
I can't wait.
tell me. I'm down for whatever.
Toby, I'll be in the city in August, baby. I'm trying to link up with you, baby. Let's do it, baby. Shout out to Fashion Such a Queen, you know what I'm saying? For real. Toby, man.
Hey,
Y'all
no.
get up on that boy, man.
DA3 told me about this dude
Shout out
about
to
a year
DA3.
ago, and it's amazing.
It's amazing.
As usual, like just anything else, 15, Jack, we about to take over the city. At 15, he tells me there's a new dude. But it's amazing to see this dude manage this guy, involved with BET, Sway, morning shows, hip hop shows. We talking about like Bomani Jones from ESPN giving this boy a shout out. Like it's bigger than hip hop. Shout out to DA and Toby, man. Player man affiliated, Houston, Texas. Support Texas rap, man. Support Texas rap, not just the new guys, the old guys too. Shit.
Third boy, what's up, man? Y'all down there, man.
How you gonna have a daughter?
Third, man.
How you
All right,
gonna
well,
have a daughter?
listen, man, we're gonna close it out. Again, I want to give a shout out to my special guests, my
she
brothers.
gave birth
I don't
to
see
a-
them. This gonna be an oncoming.
Exact twin.
These guys gonna be an
How you
ongoing
gonna have
thing.
a clone,
It's just
son?
gonna be
I
regular
got this
thing.
sports segment going.
And we're looking to do a sports segment. So
Yeah,
y'all listen to
yeah.
my sports segment on Detailed Data Podcast. Let me know.
I'm gonna educate you, man.
Let me know. Y'all subscribe. Y'all share this shit. Let's put the city on fire, man. The San Antonio, we deserve it. We deserve this shit.
You're now tuned into the Detailed Did It Podcast. Come catch a fade.
God damn, boy, what's that? Some kind of weave or something?